All right, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is CarChanneledTarot. Welcome if you're new here. Welcome back if you're returning. All right, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you have not already. Today we're going to do a pick a card, okay? So it is going to be 4 different options. Look in the thumbnail for pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? Bear with me, it's one of the first readings I'm doing today. All right, but keep in mind, if you're joining today, right now, I am doing a Cash App Live for 30 minutes. The list will be open for 30 minutes, and then whoever comes to get a reading later tonight, within the 30 minutes that I start the live, I'll finish the list, of course, but the list itself is going to be open for 30 minutes, okay? So, of course, I'm going to write timestamps for you guys. Make sure to like the video. This is going to be how your summer 2025 is going to go, okay? We're not going into full detail, okay, because there are 4 different options, but we are going to see what comes out, okay? I'm also going to give you guys a channeled song or two, okay, for each pile. So let me write, hold on. Let me write them down. All right, so we're going to take our time, okay? I don't want to feel rushed, all right? But like the video, subscribe, and take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and use common sense when on my channel, okay? Let things play out, all right? That's what you should do with any tarot reading. If you can do that, then we'll have a good time, all right? Let's see. For pile number 1, we're going to start it at 2:15. Okay. All right, so let's get your channeled song for summer 2025. Hopefully it's something good, right? Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, pile number 1. It's loading. Okay. I'll let y'all join, so it's okay. Oh my gosh. All right, pile number 1. What is your 2025 summer going to be like? That's hilarious. The song that came on is called Summer League, okay? It's by Matt Fine, all right? So I'm gonna write that down. It's a pretty good song. I think I found that one in like 2022. If you don't know it, go look it up. It's by Matt Fine. Some of you guys could be named Matt, okay? You may meet a Matt. Hopefully it's a good one, okay? You know what they say about Matts. They're usually heartbreakers, okay? So but let's get into your pile number 1. What is your summer 2025 going to be like? Okay, some of you guys also may be a part of a sports league. Okay, pile number 1, we have Summer League. That's the name of the song here. So some of you guys may be joining some type of league. Okay, could be softball, could be baseball, could be something else. Okay, so you may just be joining some type of group. Okay, let's see. All right, pile number 1. Make sure to like the video if you're in here. All right, so what is summer pile number 1? What is pile number 1 summer going to be like this year? Okay, yeah, okay. Somebody's going to be documenting a lot of things, or you could be recording a lot. Okay, I'm getting something about like, like Snapchat memories, Facebook memories. You're going to be involved either with somebody that you're going to take a lot of pictures, videos. I'm hearing content too. Okay, so some of you guys, if you do have a platform, or if you're thinking of starting one, I feel like you guys are going to be documenting a lot of things so that you can make some sort of vlog, okay, or just have physical memories of what you're doing. Okay, so it may be a summer to remember. Okay, I don't know why I'm also hearing World Star. Okay, welcome in. I'm hearing world star. Okay, so something crazy could kind of happen that does end up getting recorded, whether it's a fight, an epic moment in sports history. Okay, something about that. Some of you guys may be really into baseball. Okay, or someone around you plays baseball. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting that. If you do have kids though too, your kids could be in like little league. Okay, so that could take up a bunch of your um your summer. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm hearing bittersweet tragedy too. Okay, that's by Melanie Martinez. So pile number one, something tragic actually may be recorded, or you may see something, on the news about some sort of disaster. Okay, whether it's weather based or it could be. Why am I hearing something falling from the sky? Okay, there could be something tragic that happens with something falling from the sky. Okay, obviously let things play out. Okay, if it doesn't make sense now, it's not supposed to. It's a predictions. Okay, so this is for summer 2025, and I'm basing it off of the months June, July, and August. Okay, so let's see. Also, this summer, I feel like you could be spending a lot more money. So make sure you budget. Pile number one, make sure you budget this summer. Make sure that you're knowing where your money's going. Okay. So even if you're making more money, make sure that you save it. Okay, as well. It may be a very, yeah, I'm hearing Cruel Summer by Taylor Swift too. What is going on? Okay. It's kind of depressing. Okay, pile number one, but this is what's coming out. Some of you guys may be dealing with something this summer that is very stressful, okay? Like I said, something tragic could happen, something chaotic. You could see it happen around you, or it could be happening to you. But I'm hearing something about trauma, okay? Like I said, if you're on my channel, this is we're not sugarcoating messages. So if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? I'm not gonna ignore what's coming out. So that could also be a message for you guys. Pile number one, do not ignore something, okay? Because you could end up regretting it. Don't ignore something just because you don't want to hear it. Don't ignore something just because, oh, you don't want to believe it. You don't want to think it's true, or you don't want to think that that could happen. You need to pay attention, okay? You need to pay attention, pile number one, especially this summer. Don't ignore anything. I'm hearing obvious, okay? Yeah, something. Mm-mm. Look, you could be being love bombed too, pile number one. If you have a what's it called? A lover. We got fear of touch, and it's simple really. I want us forever. You may not want to be with somebody, but because they're love bombing you, number one, somebody could jump in or want to be all in all of a sudden this summer with you. Okay. But make sure you know why. All right. I feel like someone has like shady intentions with you, especially when it comes to love this summer. If you are afraid to interact with somebody or physically be near them or physically touch them, okay. If you don't want to be hugged or even like brushed upon by this person, there's a reason for that. Okay. Listen to, yeah, do not ignore something. Don't ignore your instincts, pile number one, okay? So, yeah, rejection, okay? So you may have to reject somebody, or you should, okay? So this summer, make sure don't feel bad about rejecting somebody or saying no in general, okay? Let's see what else. What else is going on for this summer for pile number one? Some of you guys could be from California. I'm seeing the bridge here, okay? Some of you guys could be from California or traveling there. All right. What's spy here? What is spy here? Somebody's definitely like watching you. Yeah, what's with the recording and stuff? Hopefully you're not being recorded when you don't want to be. What is that about? Oh, okay. Pile number one. Someone could be, this is not good. Someone could be trying to say that something happened a certain way, because we have surface story here, so I feel like you need to watch something a few times, a bunch of times, so that you can actually see what happened. Okay, this will make sense later down the line, but if something is on camera, I feel like you need to rewatch that thing a bunch of times. Okay, because I'm hearing there's proof in the pudding. Okay, there's proof on the tape. There's proof on something this summer for you guys. Okay, but I feel like you need to pay attention, look closely. Okay, I have no idea what that's about, but it's coming out. Okay, um, somebody may be telling, like, what is it called, a white lie, or they're not telling the full truth. Okay, pile number one. So whether that's you or somebody around you, if someone is denying something, especially when it's on a camera, you need to turn up the lighting, turn up the brightness, I don't know what, but you need to really look at that video because I feel like the evidence is there. Okay, someone's lying about how something happened, what happened, where something happened, when something happened. Okay, it's in the recording, so I don't know what that's about. It sounds like a crime. um but pile number one, yeah, make sure to look closely. Okay, so let's see what else is coming out for pile number one. Pile number one sounds kind of spooky. um Ex-lover. Okay, could be a cheating situation or something that your ex is trying to do to you. All right, it doesn't have to be cheating, but like I said, it could be anything. This is a general reading for everybody. So pile number one, take it how it resonates, let things play out. Something is on camera, something is true, something did happen here, there, at that time, in that place. It's in the video. Okay. Something's in the video. It's not fake. It's not fake. Okay. um you know how people talk about, like, oh, that's AI. No, something's actually real. Okay. Somebody may think a part of the video is AI, but they're just in denial. Okay. So, yeah. Let's get a different deck because I don't know what. It sounds kind of. I don't know. What are y'all up to, pile number one? All right. Make sure to like the video if you're in here. Let's get a different deck, and then we're going to go to pile number two. If you have not chosen a pile yet, choose 1 through 4 in the thumbnail. Okay. All right. Let's see. What else is happening for pile number one this summer, 2025? So far, your summer kind of seems like it's going really well. And then, you know how the movies say, they were a happy family until they weren't. Okay, so something is going to be very overwhelming, unfortunately. Okay, and it could cause you to be really in your head. I feel like something is happening publicly, though. Could be at a celebration. It definitely could be at a celebration. Okay, so especially if you're away from home or if you're deciding to leave on vacation, I feel like you should take that vacation. Pile number one, if you have any travels planned, something may happen like while you're on vacation. Okay, so you could have a chance to get away from this, or you could be busy when something goes down. Okay, I feel like you're going to be safe, you're going to be kept away from it, but it's also almost giving if you do have kids. Okay, um your kid may try to, like, throw a party when you're not home, when you're on vacation. Okay, so something about that. I'm getting a bunch of scenarios right now, so take it how it resonates. We're almost done with pile number one. Somebody is okay. When it comes to your looks, pile number one, this summer, I feel like you could be doing something kind of drastic. Okay, I'm hearing micro blading. Okay, isn't that with your eyebrows or something? Okay, I don't know. I don't do that. Okay. But if you do, man or woman, you could be changing your appearance. Okay, and I feel like it's something that you typically would go get it done. Okay, so you know how they say, what is it, high maintenance so that you can be low maintenance. Okay, when it comes to your beauty, So picture you going to get, I don't know, your eyelashes done or your eyebrows microbladed, um, your hair micro beaded, getting extensions that last a long time so that you over time you don't have to upkeep with it as much. Okay. So something about that. Someone could be getting some type of like permanent makeup or permanent something on their body. Okay. Could be surgery too, like, people get boob jobs and whatnot. Um, if you're getting a BBL, do your research. If you're doing anything, do your research. Okay. Physically done to you. Do your research. I don't recommend, especially if you're young, wait till you grow into yourself. Okay. I don't know why young girls get anything under 26 years old, under 30 even. Why do you do what you want, okay, pile number one, but I would say wait until you're fully grown before getting some sort of cosmetic surgery, at least when it comes to the surgery part, okay? You don't have to though. Somebody could be getting like literal weight loss surgery, okay? We have supersize me, all right? Someone's changing their looks drastically or going to some sort of weight loss doctor or something about that, okay? Somebody wants to change how they look, or you do, especially if you feel like lonely because of how you look. Everyone's beautiful in their own way, but unfortunately, society is kind of ugly, okay? So if you feel like you want to change something, if you feel like you're treated a certain way because you look a certain way, if you want that to change, just being real here, go do what you got to do. Okay. You can change whatever you want to change, but you know, you got to also appreciate yourself deep down. All right. Because at the end of the day, if you're insecure, you're insecure. Doesn't matter what you look like. You see pretty ass girls, right? Or really handsome men, but they're super insecure. That's because they're not secure with themselves. All right. So I hope that makes sense. Let's go to pile two. Let's go to pile two. Make sure to like the video. Welcome in, guys. So I'm going to get your timestamp for pile number two in a second, and then I'm going to get you guys a channeled song for your summer of 2025. I'm hearing I Am Woman. Okay, so maybe women are going to be significant for you, pile number two. I'm not going to sing it, but I think it's called I Am Woman. Or maybe that could be for pile number one. I don't know. But let's see. Okay, what's the channeled song for pile number two? Let's see. What's the timestamp? All right, 18 minutes. Perfect. All right, so pile number. Sorry, I just saw that song. Me Versus Me by Moneybagg Yo. Okay, I like that song. Me versus me. I'm hearing that part where he's like, I ain't never ran from a. If I did, cut my legs off. Okay, hopefully no one's on the run or trying to chase you. Okay, but you may realize this summer, pile number two, it's gonna be you versus you. You're on your own. Okay, um, you may realize that not everybody has your back or your best interest. Okay, so that's life. But eventually, we got to pick ourselves back up. Doesn't matter who's there or who's not. Okay. Let's see. All right, pile number two. Is Moneybagg Yo a Scorpio? I forget what his zodiac sign is. I'll have to look it up. But some of you guys may be dealing with the Scorpio because he does have that song Scorpio. Okay. Let's see what's going on for pile number two for the summer of 2025. Okay. You're on to better things, okay? Especially if you're dealing with somebody who's abusive mentally, physically, emotionally. I feel like you're finally going to be getting away from that person, okay? It doesn't have to be a lover, it could be family. Family can be abusive just because you're my daughter, you're my son, I birthed you, blah 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 blah. Doesn't mean that you're not being abused, okay? So I don't know if you're dealing with something like that, or if you're gonna end up dealing with someone who is abusive mentally, physically, in whatever way, because there's multiple types of abuse, okay? Just because you're not being hit doesn't mean that you're not being abused. Somebody may need to know that for pile number two. But I feel like you're finally going to be able to get away from somebody who's like, I'm hearing torturing you mentally, or who has been torturing you mentally. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, especially if you've been in denial about something, or if someone around you is always in denial, they can't face reality. I feel like you're dealing with a narcissist, or you have been, okay? Somebody who can't really have a heart to heart. Somebody's very avoidant, but not because they're afraid to talk about it, because they don't really care, okay? Unfortunately. So definitely is giving narcissist vibes, okay? Um, it's even if you're not being abused, okay, because not all of you are being abused, but if you're confused with anybody or in a situation, you're finally going to realize you don't have to stay there. You don't have to be anywhere that you're confused, okay? Confusion is usually a no, okay? Pile number two, so keep that in mind. And mixed signals is usually a no. You can't just assume that somebody's your man. You can't just assume that somebody's your woman, or that it's going to work out this way. Just you always got to have a backup plan, okay? I hope that makes sense. Let's see. What is pile number two summer going to be like? Yeah, gaslighting you just came out, okay? If somebody has been gaslighting you, or making you purposely trying to make you feel confused, purposely trying to get a rise out of you, I see you finally getting away from that evil person, okay? And yeah, what did I just say about a heart to heart, okay? Especially once you try to leave, as soon as you're like about to leave or move out or something, they're gonna try to be like, oh, but then it's fake though, okay? You need to ignore when this person starts to try to fake be nice to you, okay? Um, you may realize you don't know somebody for real. You don't know somebody. Even if it's your family member, maybe you felt like you have never really known this person, okay? Yeah, you're ghosting somebody, okay? You're getting out of there. And that's completely understandable. Okay, so pile number two, like I said, family, friend, lover, cousin, brother, sister. I'm hearing teacher, okay? If you got an evil ass teacher, um, or manager even, okay, who's gaslighting you, take it how it resonates, all right? um, but they're always trying to clock your tea, trying to see what you're doing, but they never take accountability for themselves. As soon as you try to leave or get away from them, they're going to try to act like they care. You need to ignore that, okay? Because it's not real. It's their way of reeling you back in, okay? No pun intended. Um, let's see what else is going on for pile number two for their summer 2025. If you've been manifesting, your manifestations are going to come through, okay? If you've been looking for a car, you're going to be getting a car, or at least someone to drive you somewhere. You're going to be catching a ride, okay? I'm seeing someone kind of like hitchhike or hitch. Hopefully you're not hitchhiking for real, but someone's going to be able to come get you, okay, or help you like get away, okay, like a getaway car or something like that. If you've been needing that, especially if you don't have your own car or something. um Yeah, you will find transportation. All right. Let's see. Yeah, there's no fixing them. Okay, we have fixing them. It says you can't fix someone. They have to want to change, accept them, or let them go. And look, two ghosting cards. Okay, ghost and ghosted just came out. Okay, so you guys, I feel like this is something family related. We have living room here. So if you feel like, I don't know. I just heard something about you feel like you can't escape. Yes, you can. Okay. Yes, you can. You're not helpless, all right? Even if it seems like that, you will find a way, okay? Or you got to be so determined. This could be an elder that you're dealing with that's always, like making your life hell, okay? It's affecting your health too. So I feel like yes, you need to get away from this person, this situation, whatever the case is, okay? Um Let's see. Yeah, this is definitely something family related or someone you live with. Okay, pile number two. So this summer, I feel like you're going through a lot of changes or something. And yeah, I'm seeing within the vehicle too. Okay. So you will find a way out. I don't know if you feel completely hopeless right now, but you're not. Okay. It may not seem that way right now, but you will find a way out. You'll find a ride, you'll find a friend, you'll find somebody to help you out of the situation um, that you're in. Okay. Even if you got to start all over, if you got to let it burn to the ground, let it burn. Okay. You'd rather be away from that person and starting your own new life than staying around somebody who has they're miserable themselves, okay? Especially if it's an older person. Yes, they are miserable as hell themselves, and that's why they try to make you feel like you don't deserve shit, like you don't have any talents. Okay, I don't know why I'm saying that, like you don't have any talents. Okay, you could be gifted as hell, pile number 2, and whoever this person is or whoever these people are around you are, they always try to diminish you. That's not the case. You are very talented, okay? You have a whole future ahead of you, but you were manipulated, you were gaslit, you were made out to be like some sort of scapegoat, okay? And you deserve better, all right? So let's see what else is going on for pile number 2 for their summer 2025. You could meet a new lover too, okay? Someone who's going to see your worth, somebody who's going to, make you believe in love again, okay? Somebody who's going to see everything that everyone from your past didn't, okay? So that is a plus, and that person actually could actually end up helping you um out of a certain situation, okay? And pile number 2, I just want to say you're not needy. I don't think you're needy. I think people around you just made you feel like you were a burden when you aren't. So make sure to still try to communicate your needs and things like that, because you deserve your needs to be met, okay? You deserve to have standards. I don't know who told you that you didn't, but clearly whoever did doesn't meet your priorities, okay, or something like that. You're not needy. You're not needy. You just gotta find the right people, okay? Let me make sure the sound is still going on this thing. Let's get a couple more for pile number 2, and then we're gonna go to pile number 3. Make sure to like the video. I'm hearing some of you guys are very funny too. You guys are funny as hell. I don't know who you are, but I feel like you guys are very funny. And a lot of people who go through a lot of trauma are funny as hell. So when you see comedians and, people who are just always making the best jokes, they're usually probably depressed most of the time. Not all the time, but the funniest people have the most trauma. That's just something I've noticed. So check on your funny friends, okay? The ones who are always making jokes or laughing a lot or laughing real hard. Make sure you can have an actual conversation with them. They probably need it, okay? Or you do. All right. Let's go to pile number 3. All right, let's see. Keep in mind, guys, I am doing a Cash App Live at 7. What time is it? Yeah, let's do 7:30 tonight. There is a deal I'm doing, so it's going to be $8 for a mini reading, $12 for a full reading, and then $2, not $2, 2 questions for $20. Okay, so come join. Okay, on my Cash App Live. Okay, tonight at 7 in a couple hours. All right, let's go to pile 3. All right, so let's get your channeled song. Okay, pile number 3. Welcome in. Make sure to like the video. All right. Third. Oh, hold on. Okay. Pile number 3. Let's get your some of you guys may get a new car this summer, okay? But let's get your channeled song. Make sure to like the video. Oh, I love this song. It's called The Days, okay? This one's pretty new, by Notion. Okay. You guys you may be drinking, smoking, okay, hanging out, partying, having a really fun summer. Okay, pile number 3. So that is your song. Okay, I'll put it in the comments when I'm done after this. All right, let's get into the reading. You could be drinking a lot of wine or smoking a lot, okay? Or you may start doing that this summer. Let's see. You also could be moving on from something. Pile number 3, okay? You could be moving on from a situation. You may relate to pile number 2. What's this? Yeah, I feel like you're going to be feeling a lot of emotions, but mostly because of like drugs or alcohol, okay? So you could be I'm hearing stimulated, okay? So I don't know what that's about. I'm hearing feeling. Look at. Okay. Y'all, nightclub just came out. Y'all are intoxicated, or you will be. Okay, confirmation. Um, how will summer of 2025 be like for pile number 3? Some of you guys are drinking or smoking a lot because you feel like you have to fake your feelings or you need to hide how you truly feel, okay? It says, my mask keeps me safe. I need to fake my feelings. So if you're trying to drown yourself out, and I did just see that card, numbing, excuse me, I did just see that card. So try to, moderate yourself, okay? Some of you guys, look, there it is, numbing, okay? Some of you guys definitely are trying to numb yourself because you don't want to show how you actually feel or feel how you actually feel. But keep in mind, when you overdo stuff, when you overdrink, when you oversmoke, you're still going to feel some type of way when you're sober, okay? So be careful, okay? Because somebody or you could be developing some sort of addiction, okay? So be careful with your intake, even if you're having fun at first, um, or feeling extra nostalgic. You guys need to be careful of your intake, okay? Let's see real quick. Okay, we're good. All right, what else for pile number 3? What will pile number 3's summer be like? Eye candy. Okay, some of you guys are going to be looking real good, okay? Or you could see a lot of attractive people this summer. Yeah, look vulnerable, okay? I feel like you guys are trying not to be vulnerable, or you're trying to just look good so that you can feel better, okay? That only works for so long, all right? Just keep that in mind. So, um, you can't experience true intimacy unless you open your heart and be yourself, okay? So, keep that in mind. Divine counterpart. Some of you guys could be waiting on somebody who you claim to be your divine counterpart, okay? So just keep in mind, if they're hurting you repeatedly, that's probably not your person, okay? Release the idea of a twin flame. Somebody in pile number 3 needs to know that. Release the idea of a twin flame. You're not supposed to be in pain and suffering and hurting and wondering where they're at and, you know, da 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 because they're your twin flame. No, that's not how it should work, okay? Some of you guys could also be camping more or going on some sort of trip, or like an Airbnb. You could be getting a cabin somewhere on a lake or going to the lake, okay? You could be spending a lot more time near the water. Some of you guys also this summer, you may also be, yeah, you need time to heal, okay? That just came out. Some of you guys, if you do work in a restaurant, you need to smile. I don't know. I know you don't want to hear that, but something about appear more friendly. Yes, you look good, but like at least have a nice aura to you. Because if you look good and you're not a nice person, or you appear like you're not a nice person, that's going to affect your money. Okay. So I don't know who needs to know that or hear that, but appear like you care, okay? Even if you don't. Even if you're numb inside or you're depressed, at least try to fake a smile, okay? Especially if you're at work. All right. Some of you guys could have Virgo in your chart, or um, you're afraid of judgment. You're afraid of being judged or something like that this summer, especially while out and about. You're afraid of how people think about you. And that could be why you drink or smoke, because you have anxiety. Okay, that's understandable, but try your best not to overindulge, okay? Um, because that could literally, we had it earlier, turn into an addiction, okay? Um, you don't want to need substance to always exist, okay? You got to work on like exposure therapy, okay? For yourself so that you don't kill yourself, okay? Some of you guys are, downing yourself in alcoholism or something, or have an addiction because you're dealing with a divorce, okay? Something that you're fed up with, or you're going through a breakup. It's something like that, okay? You're very frustrated this summer, or you will be at least during the beginning of it. Yeah, it's going to be a challenge, okay? But you can fight through it. Some of you guys need to work out more instead of keep picking up the bottle, okay? Like if you notice yourself like drinking at 5 in the morning, or staying up till 5 in the morning to drink or whatever, or smoke, whatever, pop pills. Hopefully you don't do that, but whatever the case is, you need to take a step back and look at what you're actually doing, before it gets too far, okay? You definitely need time to heal, pile number two, pile number three. It's going to be difficult, but you can get there if you really try. Okay. You yourself, pile number three, can only help yourself. Okay. Not everybody's not going to cater to you after a while. All right. Just want you to know that you can only save yourself at the end of the day. All right. Some of you guys need to go back to your hometown too. Okay, we have birthplace of dreams. Maybe that will help you or heal a part of you. Or if you are traumatized by wherever you come from, you need to get away from your hometown. Okay. So, and look, depression. Okay. So yeah, I do feel like you guys are depressed. Somebody could get sick. I'm hearing somebody sneeze like crazy downstairs. Somebody could be sick, or you could end up getting sick because of, you could be depressed because someone's sick if it's not you. Take care of yourself, okay? Let's get a few more for pile number three, fuel station. Yeah, you need to nurture your own body, okay? And stop putting gas in your body, okay? That makes me think of like, I almost said cigarettes, okay? Could be cigarettes. Something you get at a gas station, smoke. Yeah, somebody may smoke too much or smoke too many cigarettes, or what's it called? Weed. Duh. Somebody could smoke too much weed, and I don't care. I've said this my whole time I've known about weed. If you're smoking, you're smoking. Okay. It doesn't matter if it's weed, you're smoking. You're still smoking. Do you understand me? You're still smoking. You're still smoking. It's going to affect your lungs. Okay. Yes, it can have healing properties, but you're still smoking. So you're still smoking. Pile number three. I don't know who needs to hear that, but if you're one of those people who is like, weed does this and weed does that, yeah, but weed also can harm your lungs too. It makes your lips black, okay? It makes you a little bit slow in the mind, okay? Um, if you don't think so, then you're probably that person who's unaware of how they're actually acting on weed, okay? Or when they smoke or get high, okay? Whatever phrase you want to use. Um, do what you want. You don't have to listen to me, but I'm not seeing something turn out too well, okay? Even if you smoke weed and you think it's harmless, okay? It can be harmful. So don't play yourself, okay? We have getting played. Um and I don't, whatever. Okay, I'm not here to convince you not to harm yourself, but somebody needs to be aware of the effects of something that they think is healthy, okay? Whether it's weed or not, it's going to affect you in a negative way. So, yeah. Let's see what else is going on for pile number three for summer 25. somebody could miss you, okay? Somebody could be trying to get back in your good graces, but I feel like you just don't want to be contacted by anybody, or by them at least. Somebody definitely misses you, and I feel like you'll probably be like, who, I don't even know you anymore. Like, why are you trying to reconnect now? Okay. So pile number 3, somebody definitely could be you know, trying to come back when you literally, you don't even know them anymore, or you guys, it's been so long that you're like, huh, why would you want to reconnect now? Like, what are you here for real? Like, you could be wondering, like, why are they really back? Okay. And it says, my focus is on my life. I can't be bothered to worry about you. So you could be telling somebody that, okay? Or if you're trying to reconnect with somebody from your past, you're way past, they've moved on, okay? And red flagged, okay? Watch out for red flags in people, in yourself, okay? Whoever that is for the summer, make sure to pay attention to the red flags. If you don't, you will regret it, okay? And that could even be towards yourself. So I feel like some of you guys are self medicating a lot this summer and need to be careful. If you have childhood traumas, you need to be careful of how you take out what you're going through from your childhood, okay? Don't beat yourself up about it. Don't harm yourself with too much substance because of what you've been through. Yes, it's okay to feel how you feel, but eventually you gotta heal the right way. Um, or else you're gonna end up in rehab or something. So somebody could be going to rehab this summer. Let's go to pile 4. I feel like my collective, especially with the new people, there's some deep shit going on, especially this summer. Y'all gotta take care of yourself, okay? Let's see, because I haven't gotten a hot girl summer pile yet, which I was kind of hoping for, but we'll see. We got one more. All right. Keep in mind, I'm doing a Cash App Live in a couple hours. So $8 for a mini reading, $12 for a full reading, and two questions for $20. Those are the 3 options for you guys to choose from. All right. So make sure to join and come get a personal reading at 7:30 ish. Okay. Okay. Pile number 4, last one. I am writing down the timestamps so you guys can see. All right. Let's do 43 minutes. Perfect timing, right under an hour. Ouch. Okay. Pile number 4. Let's get your channeled song. All right, let's see. All right, pile number 4. What's your channeled song for this summer? Of course, you guys can go look up the lyrics later. Oh, You Broke Up With Me by Walker Hayes. Okay, so if you're going through, why is everybody going through a breakup or dealing with heartbreak? Okay, um, some of you guys may be if somebody left you or broke up with you, wanting to be free and single and whatnot, and thought they were big shit, they could be trying to come back, and you're like, well, you broke up with me, so don't be mad that I'm hanging out with my homeboys or my homegirls all the time now. You're not my priority anymore. You had it at home. You had 100 at home and you left me for 20 or 0. So, you know, somebody's going to be spinning the block and they're going to look like a fool. Okay. Pile number 4. So let's see what's coming out for you. Let's use this one. Welcome in. All right. Pile number 4. Keep in mind, I'm doing a Cash App Live after this. So stay tuned for that. All right, pile number 4. What's happening for your summer 2025 for pile number 4? The blues. Oh my gosh, why is everybody depressed? I get it though, okay? You may be going through some heavy emotions, okay? Some mental distress. Okay, make sure not to make too many excuses for why I'm hearing you can't go out. Okay, make sure you have make time for your friends. Okay, make time for things that you care about or that you should care about. Don't make too many excuses. Okay, or if people are making too many excuses for you to not come hang out with you or whatever, vice versa, drop them. Okay, you deserve friends who want to be around you, okay? Or family who wants to be around you. Yeah, release, okay? And it says, you have become too difficult for me to handle. That's a big turnoff, okay? So, and self discipline. Yeah, somebody's doing too much, okay? And if it's a lover or family member, friend, it doesn't matter. Somebody could definitely be the type of person who will fuck you over and then they'll be like, well, I only did that because. Okay, don't let people make excuses, or if that's something that you do, because we take accountability on this channel. Okay, if that's something that you do, if you're always making excuses for why you did something, stop doing that. Okay, because people are going to walk away from you. They don't like that. If you wonder why people leave you, or maybe don't invite you as much, it's because you're always making excuses. So eventually people are going to be like, well, pile number four never can show up. So let's stop inviting them. It's not worth it. Okay. I'm just saying. So I don't know. Something like that could be happening. Yeah. And we have unblock me. Somebody could get blocked and unblocked. Okay. Or you could be doing that, especially if you find out somebody's talking shit and somebody thought that you wouldn't find out. Or if you're talking shit about somebody and you think somebody won't find out, yeah, they're gonna find out. I'm hearing somebody's not as slow as you think, okay? So I don't know what that's about, but somebody's not I don't know if somebody's like an addict or if somebody will see something that you post online and they're gonna know that you're talking shit about them or vice versa. You could see somebody post something online and know that they're talking about you and you're like, all right, block. And then they could, message you off a different account or something and be like, why'd you block me? You know why. They know why. Okay. And I want to reiterate, somebody's not as slow as you think they are. Okay. So take that how it resonates, but you may think that somebody's like oblivious. Or you know how some people underestimate people just because they act aloof? You need to be careful with that, pile number four, because you thinking that someone is unaware of what's really going on, they're aloof. They're not unaware. Okay? Just because they're not reacting to every little thing doesn't mean that they don't see it or hear it or know about it. Okay? So be careful of who you call your friends. I don't know. You may be realizing you don't have good friends. Okay? You also may be taking a trip. And if you do take a trip, you may realize that those are not your friends. You know how girls go on girls trips to like Miami? Um, I don't think you really hear, if you're a guy, I mean, you may realize that your homeboy's not really as cool with you as you thought, but you don't really hear too much about guys' trips going wrong, do you? I think usually guys are pretty cool with each other. They know how to have a good time and not have problems. Okay. So this kind of feels more like a girl thing, but it can resonate with you if you're a guy too. Okay. So be careful who you call your friends. And especially if you take a trip with a friend, yeah, you're going to see why or who this person really is. Okay. Too much. Yeah, something's too much. You're like, that's the second confirmation. Something is just too much. Somebody does know that they fucked up, or this is a prediction read for summertime. So whenever this plays out for you, somebody will know exactly what they did. Somebody's just not a good friend or family member or lover. Okay. Somebody knows what they're doing. And if you try to walk away from this person, that's when they're going to be like oddly obsessed with you. So definitely stay away from people like that. Pile number four, okay? I feel like you're smarter than that. Yeah, we have wisdom. Wisdom, okay? Somebody's not as slow as you think, or people, if they think you're like slow and, oh, you just don't have a clue in the world, there's not a thought behind those eyes. You know how people say that? If people think that about you, pile number four, yeah, they're gonna realize like you're not oblivious. You just were playing the quiet game, okay? You were gathering evidence, is what I'm hearing. Okay, and paranoid. Yeah, now they're scared because people are like, oh my God, this could be your coworkers too. If your coworkers treat you like a little dummy, they're going to see why they shouldn't have done that. Okay. It's giving the quiet kid who's like, just existing or minding their business, right? And then they say something one day and it like shakes the whole room. And it's like, oh, they heard us. Oh, damn. I thought they just, didn't know. I feel like somebody's been talking in front of you or talking loud enough so that you can hear something. And it's like about you. You could overhear somebody talking shit about you. Hopefully you're not doing this to somebody, but take it you can flip the roles. You may hear somebody, especially at work, talking shit about you, and because they think that you're like, how sometimes people assume that people with disabilities like can't understand them. They can understand you and they do get hurt. Okay, so if you're like saying something mean about your coworker, even if you're not at work, if you're saying something mean loud enough, or if you think you're being quiet, that person can hear you. Sound travels. Okay, so I don't know who needs to know that, but you're hurting somebody's feelings or they're hurting your feelings. Okay, and somebody is jealous. Okay, there is a lot of jealousy around you. So damn. Pile number 4. Keep to yourself at work, especially. Yeah, because they're just about drama. Okay, we have total drama action. Fuck that. Okay. Anything else? Look, and you don't even want to network. Okay, we have network reversed. You don't even want to network, and that's completely understandable. Yeah, because these people are like always criticizing you. Like I'm hearing in your face though, or always judging you instead of focusing on like what you're good at or what good things are, what good qualities you have. They're focusing too much on the negative. But I bet if you turned around and said something about them, they would be like, oh my God, how I can't believe she said that. I can't believe he said that. Boo hoo. You might do something like that eventually because you're tired of people like acting like you don't hear them when you do, or you don't see their posts when you do. I mean, don't stay around anybody that makes you feel like shit, number one. But I feel like you're going to call somebody out in like the most subtle way. Okay. And that's honestly one of the best ways to do it is to not like overreact. Don't like start screaming and clapping your hands and being ghetto and whatnot. But definitely, you could just say something real casually. And like I said, I feel like it's going to shake the room or whoever you're with or around because they thought you didn't know. So people are going to be realizing, pile number 4, that you're not a dummy, and that they shouldn't have underestimated you because you're aloof or you just don't want to talk to them. Okay, so take that how it resonates, let things play out, of course, and come join the Cash App Live. Okay, I'm doing that in a couple hours. I'm going to charge my phone. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for watching. Like the video if you have not already. It helps my channel out a lot. Okay, so make sure to like the video and subscribe. I will see y'all later. Thank you. And I'm going to put the timestamps in just a moment. Okay, thank you. You guys have a great one.